Hey everybody, and welcome back to another book review. I went back to something that I've been reading, or a series I should say, that I've been reading, and that is the Murder in an Irish Village series. And so this is the third book in the series, Murder in an Irish Churchyard. And this one was, I think it was one of the better ones of the four that I've read so far. I just really liked it. I felt like the story was really well thought out, and definitely like took me a minute before I could kind of figure out where who things were happening. Murder in an Irish Village series is by Carlene OConnor, and it's about Siobhan O'Sullivan, who is the matriarch of her family. She's got 5 siblings, and they lost their parents prior to the first book in the series. So this is the third book in the series, so it's several years later. After the last book, she had decided that she was going to go to academy and become a police officer, or guard as they call it, in Ireland. And she had started dating the detective sergeant that was in her town, and then they broke up when she went away to school. And so part of the story is them kind of like trying to figure out how this would work if they were actually together, especially because he would technically be her superior officer. So there's that side of it. And then, of course, also the murder. So some Americans come to town, and they are filming a documentary, and one of them gets murdered. And it's one of those stories of, like, they're trying to trace their ancestry, and they, in the process of them tracing their ancestry, they discovered that the person that they thought was their great-great-grandfather is actually not their great-great-grandfather, and that person had actually been thrown overboard by his brother. So their great-great-grandfather was the brother. I think his name was Michael or something like that. And he had thrown his brother John over. So the whole time you're trying to figure out, like, okay, I figured out really, really fast. When they said, oh, this is not actually the person that they think it is, I was like, it's a brother. Either a brother or cousin. Like, those are the two big ones. And I was like, and they probably had some kind of falling out. And then one of them wound up back in Ireland, all the things. So that was just kind of fun, just like another take on the whole Irish going to America. I thought it was really funny, though, that in the story, the great-great-grandfather, when he gets to America, they, of course, sail into New York. They do not go through Ellis Island, which I really like that they put in that historical note that, like, Ellis Island wasn't a thing in the 1850s, because I think he arrived in, like, 1850. But he, from New York, goes to Dublin, Ohio. And so I was like, that's kind of fun, how they wound up in Ohio and all the things. Really good story. Really liked the flow of it. Like I said, I think it's one of the better books in the series. Again, this is only the third book in the series, but the fourth I've read because I read the 6th book first. I'm definitely going to be continuing on with this series. I just like it. It's a nice, easy, chill murder mystery. I'm discovering that, like, murder mysteries are definitely, like, the ones that I gravitate towards in terms of chill reading. And I still have the other things that I like to read as well, but, like, it's just kind of nice to have this nice little chill. And I also really like the audiobook version of the series, because it's read all by the same person who is Irish. So you actually get to hear how things are supposed to sound. But it's quite funny when there's American characters, because I'm like, ooh, that American accent is kind of rough. And this is what we must sound like to Irish people. So that's kind of fun and humorous to listen to her reading those accents, and I'm like, yeah. Especially because I don't know if I've shared this before, but I actually really like dialects and studying dialects, and I got very interested in it when I was in college. And my first degree is in theater education, and so I took a class, like a fast class at a theater event, and we learned about like how you can quickly do different accents and dialects and things like that. But like I've continued to study that ever since then. It's just something that really fascinates me, just how people talk and how people sound in comparison to one like yourself, but also learning about people and figuring out like where people are from. It's like one of my favorite things to do is to listen to somebody talk and be like, oh yeah, you're from wherever. So it's just funny when I hear somebody who can't do an American accent. But I also like that she keeps it as like the neutral American and not like a Southern American, especially because like the characters are from Ohio, so like they wouldn't have a Southern accent anyway. But I know a lot of times when people who aren't American try to do an American accent, they try to go Southern because it's the easier one to do. But it was just really fun to kind of have like a nice neutral attempt at a Midwestern accent. Almost sounded like Northern Midwest, but not quite. So there you have it. Murder in an Irish Churchyard. Like I said, really great book. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 just because it's a nice, easy read. If you like murder mysteries, and if you like just like a nice series that doesn't have a whole lot of fluff to it, this is a good one. A really good one to read. So there you have it. As always, please continue to like, comment, share, subscribe if you so choose. And of course, if you have book suggestions, just let me know. I saw a couple on the last couple videos that folks have suggested. One person suggested just a chapter of a book. I'm like, but why wouldn't I read the whole book? But so hopefully I'll be able to get to that as I'm moving through the list. Still working from the bottom to the top, and the ones that are like series, I'm trying to kind of put another one in the middle of reading series, just so that it's nice and back and forth and you don't just get like 20 of the same author for 20 videos. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next book review. Bye.